Rachel Carter faced brutal humiliation when colleagues doused her with cola at Pinnacle Marketing Solutions in Chicago. Her wealthy spouse Nathan Pierce arrived to destroy their existence. The workplace burst into chaos Friday evening when Jessica Hayes launched a Coke can at Rachel, saturating her sweater. "Figured you required cleaning, white trash," Jessica shrieked as Mark Reynolds kicked Rachel's seat. Lauren Kim cackled while recording, yelling, "Wave goodbye to your self-respect, failure." Rachel stumbled, face burning with humiliation, yet something in her gaze sparked, a devastating secret that would silence them all. She seemed out of place to her coworkers, an interloper who'd wandered into a high-pressure company where luxury served as dress code. Jessica Hayes bent over Rachel's workspace during morning conference. "Lovely pullover. Did you take it from your grandmother's wardrobe?" Chuckles echoed. Rachel's face reddened, but she focused on her notebook, wanting only to perform data analysis and return home. By midday, Jessica had gathered Mark Reynolds and Lauren Kim around Rachel's desk, directing insults. "Did you ride public transport again? I spotted someone identical asking for money outside," Mark shouted. Lauren snickered, photographing Rachel's weathered handbag. The harassment continued for months since she'd begun post-graduation. Initially understated, eye rolls at prepared lunches, murmurs about inexpensive clothing. Recently, it intensified. Jessica had accidentally spilled coffee on Rachel's documents. Mark commented, "Oops, begin again, Cinderella." Lauren tweeted mysteriously, "Some individuals don't understand their position." Today was different, more severe. Jessica dropped documents on Rachel's desk. "Here's menial tasks. You're obviously not handling anything significant." Rachel examined the files. Random papers, nothing pressing. A finance display. "I have my own deadlines," Rachel stated quietly. Jessica's expression hardened. "Don't pretend you're superior. We understand you're just occupying space." "What's your story? No companions? No fashion sense? No courage?" Mark added, "You're the office sympathy case. Probably reside in some grimy cellar." The mockery expanded. Rachel's hands shook, but she interlocked them. She wouldn't grant them the pleasure of witnessing her break. Lauren filmed Rachel's shoes, uploading with mocking captions. The atmosphere grew heavier. Rachel maintained neutral expression, her stunning brown eyes focused on her monitor. Brian Foster walked past with conceited smile. "If you're not contributing, perhaps leave early. We don't need useless weight." He threw a note reading, "Improve your performance." Rachel rose carefully. "I'll complete my tasks. I always do." She walked toward the break area. Behind her, Mark shouted, "Go weep somewhere else, princess." In the break area, she gripped her phone with trembling hands, finding Nathan's contact. Nathan Pierce, recognized billionaire, board chairman at Pinnacle's parent organization, among Chicago's most influential figures. But to Rachel, simply Nate, her spouse of 3 years who'd proposed in a quiet park. She'd never mentioned him at work, not from embarrassment, but modesty. She wanted to earn her position. They'd met in college before his empire flourished. Their ceremony was intimate, private. She used her unmarried name to keep matters uncomplicated. Now she needed him. She dialed. He answered immediately. "Ra, you all right?" "Not exactly. It's been terrible. They're horrible. I'm not sure how much more I can endure." "Where are you?" "At workplace, Pinnacle. I'm 10 minutes out. Stay put." Rachel returned to her workstation. Jessica waited, arms folded. "Back already? Thought you'd resigned." 9 minutes later, the elevator chimed. The workplace went silent as Nathan Pierce emerged, radiating controlled rage in a dark suit. Heads turned, whispers began. Jessica's mouth fell open. Mark stopped mid-sentence. Lauren's phone clattered to floor. Nathan walked directly to Rachel's desk. "Rachel, ready to leave?" She looked up, relief flooding through her. "Yeah, just need a moment." Jessica recovered, forcing false smile. "Mr. Pierce, I'm Jessica Hayes. We weren't anticipating you. Can I assist?" Nathan disregarded her, surveying the room. "Who's been mistreating my wife?" The word wife struck like lightning. Jessica's smile disappeared. Mark choked. Lauren grew pale. Brian stumbled from his office, face showing panic. "Your wife?" Jessica stuttered. "Yes, Rachel Pierce, my wife. I understand she's been treated like refuse here. Care to clarify?" Cemetery silence. Rachel stood beside him, beauty now undeniable as everyone truly observed her. Brian stepped forward, perspiring. Mr. Pierce, sir, I'm certain it's misinterpretation. Rachel's treasured. Treasured? She's been ridiculed, insulted, overwhelmed with meaningless tasks by people considering her inferior. Does that seem like appreciation? Jessica attempted retreat. We didn't realize, she never mentioned. Should she have to? She's here to work, not display our marriage. You judged her regardless. You assumed she was nothing because she doesn't parade expensive clothing. That's your failure. Nathan turned to Rachel. Do you want to remain here, or are we finished? I'm finished. Excellent. Here's what's occurring. Jessica Hayes, Mark Reynolds, Lauren Kim, Brian Foster, you're terminated immediately. Security is coming and don't consider applying elsewhere. My reputation has influence. Jessica gasped. You can't do that. I control the board that controls this organization. I can do whatever I choose. Jessica's expression contorted as she lunged toward Rachel's desk, striking her hands down. You think you're superior now, hiding behind your wealthy husband? Like a coward. We knew you were fake. Her voice escalated to scream. Mark joined. Yeah, she's deceptive. Probably seduced her way into marriage. Nathan stepped forward, lifting a hand to quiet the room. Enough. You don't get to rewrite history because you're frightened. My wife didn't need proving anything. She's intelligent, compassionate, worth more than everyone here combined. You tormented her for months thinking she was vulnerable, but observe her now, standing proud while you collapse. He turned to Rachel, voice softening. You don't need to speak, love. They're done. Security officers emerged, faces expressionless. Jessica began weeping. Mark swore. Lauren scrambled for belongings. Brian stood defeated. The remainder watched in shocked silence as the four were escorted out, careers in ruins. Nathan took Rachel's hand tenderly. Let's go home. She nodded. Walking to elevator, she glanced back once, not at tormentors but at coworkers who'd remained silent. Her eyes held no fury, just quiet strength. The office gossiped for weeks. Stories circulated about the modest woman married to Nathan Pierce, billionaire who'd built Pierce Enterprises into industry giant. Jessica attempted restoring reputation with tearful LinkedIn posts, but no one believed it. Mark jumped between dead-end jobs. Lauren erased social media. Brian vanished from industry. Rachel didn't return to Pinnacle. She began freelancing, using abilities to help small businesses flourish while remaining true to humble origins. Nathan supported her, proud of the woman who'd never let the world alter her. One Friday evening on their penthouse terrace overlooking Chicago's skyline, Rachel leaned against him in comfortable pullover. You didn't need to ruin them, she said quietly. They ruined themselves. I just ensured they experienced consequences. She smiled, brown eyes reflecting city lights. She had confronted humanity's worst and emerged stronger, not because of his fortune, but because of who she was. And that was sufficient.